Welcome back, everybody, to more Europa Universalis 4. More Bologna Baloney. Gonna have a quick stretch. Yes, welcome back. Last episode was really good for us. We own Rome. They hate us. We haven't caught it yet. It's the wrong religion. But we have it and the Papal States don't. So that is what matters to me. This episode, we are going to be playing the defensive game rather than the offensive game. So we had our fun last episode. We wrecked some nations pretty hard. However, the consequence of that was that everybody hates us again. Austria wants money in exchange for favors. You better believe it, bud. We're absolutely loaded. This is the aggressive expansion map. You will have seen it many times if you've watched all the way through. And if you haven't, it's worth it. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, red is bad on this map. Orange is bad. Yellow is bad. Green's okay. And blue is us. There's a lot of red and orange near us. We do want to tread carefully. We also have to bear in mind that technically if France was not in a truce with us right now, they would join the coalition, and that would be terrifying. Oh, Württemberg is now going to be ruled by the Emperor of Austria. Württemberg is what, this one? Okay, so it's only a 2-province minor. That's incredibly convenient for Austria, isn't it? So they'll end up absorbing Württemberg. I'd be amazed if anything other than that happened. And then they would only need either Memmingen or Constance to vanish, and they would have a fully contiguous, if disgusting looking, border. Because remember, they have most of southern Burgundy, or what was Burgundy. They're going to be terrifying to deal with in the end. Naturally, they're our allies for now, but that won't last forever. At least I highly suspect not. But they are big and scary. Our diplomat just died. That's rude. I have to spend money replacing him. At a moment then, I forgot which button it was. And we don't have a +2 advisor either. We have 3 +1s and a +3. You are... yeah, so you're an accepted culture. So we're going to take him and we're going to promote him. It's going to cost us 56 gold and it will increase his monthly cost. But we're making some major bank, and our Diplo is where we're accruing less monarch points than anywhere else. We already have our full ideas group. Ladota with cheaper tech. Awesome. Any idea that gives you cheaper technology is a winner chicken dinner. Still haven't decided, and I mentioned this last episode, if we'll take on the Italian ideas. I don't think that's going to come up this episode, so I'll have plenty of time to think about it. But at this point, I still don't know. You'll have to give me your opinion on if you think it's better or worse than what we have right now. Because I have yet to make one. Still don't need to invest in admin or military tech. We are still ahead of time. So instead, we are going to pump some development. 137 is pretty expensive. I like to get to round numbers if I can. So, Ferrara, it's your lucky day. You're going to get some round numbers. So we want to do... we have 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We won't spend more than that for now, because you never know what's going to happen. But that's made Ferrara a way better province, or Ferrara. You know what it's like when you listen to me talk. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of pretty much every province going. That's just what happens. Piedmont, we still only have 2 of the 4 provinces, so I'm not going to turn that into a state yet. Oh, we lost trading in wine. That's so sad. We must have sobered up and we don't have our -1 unrest anymore. Oh well. We do have 2 of the 4 provinces for the Lazio Umbria state. It may be worth turning into a state purely because of how much development Roma has. We'll think about it. We also have to think about the fact that Naples is going bye-bye very, very soon. They are almost fully integrated by Spain. They're going to be terrifying, and on multiple fronts. Like I said, we already have Siena slap bang in the middle of our territory at this point. We have Corsica, but they have Sardinia. Still tempted to put a fort on this just to be annoying more than anything else. I think it would be a good idea. I think they would have a really hard time dealing with that. Usually, I would prefer to put the fort on Sassari because it's adjacent to every province in this area, but I don't own it, so obviously that's not a thing. We'll think about it. Still haven't decided. And our rebellions are still not really getting along that quickly, are they? Yeah, we're a surprisingly stable country. France no longer considers Spain a rival. But they hate... the three nations that they hate are all nations I'm allied to. That's perfect, honestly. Because that's going to give me a bonus with all of my allies. That we all hate the same nation. You gotta love that. Speaking of love, do we have any favors that we can cash in for anything useful? Because I'd quite like to get some more manpower. Do I want manpower? I'm thinking about it. So that would be 3,300. They don't have enough soldiers to be able to deal with that. They would offer me 3,800. Okay. We are going to get some soldiers out of Austria. Thank you very much. Rome and Perugia are now cores of ours. Are we going to be able to convert this? No, we are not. So if we add these percentages up, so natural resistance for Rome right now is at 10.4%. 2% of which we can get rid of by making it no longer a territory. We can turn it into a state. So realistically, we're thinking 8.4. They're much harder to convert because they're a religious center, obviously of Catholicism. When we look at our stats, we have a base of 2, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if we got rid of the territory 2% penalty, we still, at this point, cannot convert Rome. Just plain can't do it. We also can't convert Perugia right now because of religious zeal. So that is a complete no-go until 1569. So we're not going to be able to touch that. Do we have any ways of increasing our religious effectiveness? We can increase it by 1% through our church power with adult baptism. Teeth. Put your teeth in and then talk. That's a way to go. So that would get us over the threshold. We could change our national unrest guy to a missionary strength guy as well. Actually, that's definitely what I'm going to do. We're definitely going to do that, and we are going to sacrifice morale so we can have missionary strength. Thank you very much. Now we can start doing some converting. It's still going to take forever, and it's going to be unbelievably expensive. But it's worth doing. Yikes. This is going to be really expensive. We're still going to make a profit. We're just not going to make anywhere near as much money. We are also going to want to stack all of these two guarding troops into one stack. Because this is going to annoy Rome something fierce. Yeah, they've got an unrest of 17.5. So we want to deal with that. Austria has Burgundian separatists. They are dealing with it. They're very slowly moving their troops over in an incredibly inefficient way, so they get attritioned all the way through. Well done. 10 out of 10. So smart. AI does some weird things sometimes. What are you going to do? We're going to just use 10 favors. We might as well get some free money. I am very guilty of just sitting and not using them, so I should. No debate in Parliament. Let's start a debate. What do we want? We don't need culture conversion cost. We don't really need advisor cost. We don't need fort maintenance. Fort defense would be okay if we think the coalition might fire on us. Bit more trade. None of these are really doing it for me. So I can't believe I'm doing the fort one. 0.1 corruption, that's fine. 5 government form, that's fine. I don't really want to lose a Republican tradition, so I'm going to take a little bit of hit to naval tradition instead. Yeah, that's fine. We could have just left that to debate, but I'd rather just get the bonus so I don't have to think about it. Provence, what is happening to you? That's a lot of peasants. And they must have peasants over here as well, that I can't see. And they don't have... They have 11,000 troops. 11,000 proper troops would probably be able to take out 22-ish thousand peasants. Especially because they're not even in the same province. So you don't even have to attack them all at the same time. Yeah, I don't know what the AI is not... You know, I don't know why they're not doing anything there. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, speaking of things that don't make sense, why are we being invited into this war? So, Austria's just declared war on Württemberg. Wait, what? For restoration of union? I thought we saw last episode that Württemberg had become a vassal or junior partner of Austria. I'm sure that's what we saw. Well, we'll help them. Yeah, stop drilling, that's fine. What is this? Yeah, why are we being involved in this? Württemberg, Luxembourg, and Rothenburg. None of which are even remotely terrifying. They're all small, rubbish nations that we would have an incredibly difficult time even getting to. What is the point? Well, we'll go sit on Luxembourg, I guess, and say that we helped. Oh, Provence collapsed. They couldn't defeat those peasants. End of the Peasants' War. That's why they had so many. They were in a Peasants' War. Wow. Okay. Provence, you stink. I'm gonna get the upgraded cannons now. Doesn't matter if we go for large or small cast iron cannons. Honestly, the stat total's the same. We're just going to take large cannons because, well, if you get a choice between a big cannon and a small cannon, you want to be the show-off, right, with the big cannon. Profiteering in Ancona. Do we want to annoy Austria to get a little bit more trade power in the area? Not particularly. No, I don't mind eating a little bit of unrest. That's fine. Provence has finally joined the Catholic League. I guess they didn't want to join the league while they were getting wrecked, which is fair. Intrigues in Bologna. An official. Their rise to office has angered many of those closest to Fulcieri and Marascotti. And then Bartolomeo Vitali, a member of one of the oldest Romagnola families in our country, has approached our monarch demanding that we relieve him of his position. Wow, why did I choose to read this event? I could barely pronounce any of their names. If we listen to them, we lose admin, but we get a treasurer to replace the guy we just got rid of, or we can just say, shut up and go away, which costs us 5 Republican tradition, which stinks. And even though I don't think it's necessarily the right decision, I'm going to pick it anyway, because nobody tells us what to do. So, nope, not happening. Oh dear. Yeah, I could have sworn Württemberg was going to be a junior partner. Maybe it's not. We can upgrade a great project. I love that this button exists. So we can go to Santa Maria del Fiore, and if we want to upgrade it, it's going to cost us 2,500 gold, which is, well, it's not exactly pocket change, is it? But what would happen, we would get even more prestige decay reduction, which is a weird way of saying that our prestige will go down slower. Makes our advisors cheaper, which is not an effect it has right now at all, and it increases our monthly splendor. That's pretty good. I'm going to expand infrastructure first, though. I'm going to do this first, and this will then make this a little bit cheaper. Yeah, now it's 2,375 gold. We have the money, go for it. We're still going to keep saving after this, so we have mercenary money in case we need it. But we're still going to make, yeah, what, 10, 12 gold a month? Nothing to sneeze at. We're still doing fine. We're going to do our bit and sit on Luxembourg, or Letzeburg, as it seems to be there. And I'm going to stay on the tech screen because even though we don't have printing press yet, we are going to embrace level 13 Diplo and admin tech right at the start of 1557. Just so we don't lose our ahead of time tech bonus. Because if you're ahead of time, you get delicious bonuses. We can't claim Montferrat anymore. Don't care right now. That's fine. I'd love that province, but it's not worth getting France into a coalition against me to get it. So we shall wait. France doesn't even have any good alliances. Not that they would break any because they hate us, but they're not even allied to anybody good. It's a very, very strange France we have in this game. Okay, get the tech. 1st of January 1557, so we can get improved drainage for more production efficiency, so just more money. And we can get level 13 Diplotech, chartered companies, which increases our trade efficiency, so more money, and enables the brig. It's just a different transportation vessel upgrade. Of all the ship types that you have, probably the least important one to upgrade. We will eventually, but we're not going to rush. Always knowing just the right questions to ask, Filiberto de Ottaiano, easy for me to say, strikes fear into the hearts of those that would spy upon us. His presence alone is enough to plant the seeds of failure before the mission has even begun. You always love to see these types of missions where it just talks about a specific advisor and how great they are at what they do. Because it's just, you get nice things. We already have maximum prestige, so instead of taking 50 prestige, we're going to get a bonus stability and better spy detection. The latter, I don't really care about, but +1 stability is awesome. Now it'll also help us convert Rome a little bit quicker. Because more stability equals more missionary strength. Only by 0.5%. But every little helps. Especially considering we're still only at 6%. Why are we at 6% now? Oh. We're going to make it a territory. That'll speed it up. How much? I don't think I'm going to have quite enough admin points to do it straight away. Yeah, we can afford to make Perugia a core. We need 142 admin, so we're going to wait and do that first before we core Perugia. Probably should have done that first before getting the tech, but oh well. Oopsie doodle. Yep, the rebels are looking to come and play. We're fine with that. We're still sieging Luxembourg? Oh wow, we're now up to 71% on a tick. There we go. We did it. Who is the war leader? Austria? Thought it was, but then I saw Poland's the first name. Okay, we don't need to do anything else for this, so let's just head back. Great Britain forced an alliance break in the New World, which does not matter to us. That's not going to be our game. Italy is not exactly renowned for colonizing North America. So we will leave that be. They finally pieced Luxembourg out. It took them that long for some reason. Yeah, our game, if we're looking to do expansion overseas, we're going to have to deal with Naples first. And then maybe down here will be the plan. Yep, there we go. Austria and Württemberg will form a nation, which I thought they already had, but whatever. That's perfectly fine. There was no way they weren't going to win that war, so we might as well have got some money and favours out of it. So we did. Didn't cost us really anything. Is everybody still super angry at us? Yeah, Spain's at minus 65. That's pretty bad. Doesn't matter what Naples thinks of us, they're a vassal or junior partner. Papal States minus 190. Yikes. Ragusa doesn't really hate us that much, but they are in the coalition because of red. You know, if it's red, they're in the coalition. But they are not at minus 50 anymore, so they may decide soon that it's just not worth it. Yeah, I'm not worried by this coalition. And Trent getting added is not going to make me more worried. I think it's okay. I don't think we're going to get attacked. At the start of this episode, I did wonder about it. I didn't worry, but I did wonder if we were going to get attacked, but I don't think we are. Morocco hates us. Let's make them a rival. No reason not to. Considering how big Spain has gotten, I'm somewhat surprised that Morocco both exists and exists in this size. The Portuguese and the Spanish AI really do like to go to town on Morocco. Oh, epic art produced, plus 10 prestige. Our continuing patronage of the arts has led to one of the greatest works the world has ever produced. Well, that 10 prestige is quite literally useless because I'm at maximum. But the thought is what counts, right? Oh, we're still at 5.9%. Yeah, we don't even have a positive. We're just annoying Rome for almost literally no reason right now. Are we going to start converting them now? Yes. So we have a monthly progress of 1.1%. We're going to be doing that for a while. I would quite like the papal... I don't really want to pay to make it happen, because you can provoke a revolt. Fine. I don't like doing it because it's going to effectively cost you more manpower because the army's bigger, but I want to get it out of the way. That way I can have all my armies start drilling again. You guys are just going to join together for now. And split you up afterwards. Honestly, the next part, once we've made a war chest again, our next plan is likely going to be to start making our army bigger. You just don't want to go too big too soon, run out of manpower, and then not be able to reinforce. Maybe this is just me, but do you guys ever get that feeling sometimes in your teeth where it's like they almost go numb, like you get... You know how you get pins and needles if you sit with one leg on top of the other for too long? Like sometimes I feel like my teeth get that feeling. I know that's such an incredibly random thing to talk about in a video, but sometimes it just feels weird like that, like an almost numb feel. Maybe I'm just a weird broken person. I guess there's probably no maybe in that. Oh dear, dear. how is our trade fleet doing? Where even is our trade fleet? Where are you? There you go. Okay, I was probably staring at it the whole time. Yeah, they're at the exact naval capacity that I was hoping they would be. Beautiful. They are getting attritioned a little bit because they are quite a long way away, but we have plenty of soldiers. And soldiers and sailors. Sailors in their case. Bribes more accepted. Boo. We have 1.8 corruption. 1.8 more than I'd like, but it's not that big a deal. You can spend gold to get that to go down more quickly, but at 1.8 corruption, the bad, nasty events aren't going to fire at that point. Or at least I don't think they do. And if they do, then that's just more fun for watching, right? Might as well get some more claims on some Milanese territory, not that we'll be going after it straight away. 5 years until that truce ends, and based on how angry the coalition is, maybe won't be going after it straight away. I don't know. Maybe we will. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Milan being guaranteed by anybody? Oh, interesting. They're guaranteeing the independence of two nations instead. State patronage. Do we want to spend? That is a lot of money. 788 ducats and 35 admin power for 4.5 innovativeness, more prestige every year for 15 years, but less money. That sounds like a horrible deal. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Do not want. Do not want at all. We can embrace an institution, so we can get printing press now if we wanted to. I'm in no rush. Getting cheaper stability cost modifier is nice, but really not a big deal. Make sure you get Perugia into a core before you forget. They're still being guaranteed by Spain, so the Papal States are still an indirect target. We'd never want to go after them as they're gonna rope in a lot of pain. If I attacked, it's funny, if I attacked Spain right now, Great Britain would join, we would get wrecked. Like, this is a terrible thing to do. But it's funny that the UK would jump in on that. Normally they'd be like, oh, well, that's too far away, blah, 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 blah. But they would genuinely join in on that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I just realized we have a really weird shaped nation now too, don't we? Yeah, the border gore is strong with central Italy right now. The rest of the borders make at least some coherent sense. But yeah, central Italy is kind of disgusting. I mean, to be fair, Spain started it first. I feel like I'm tattling on like a sibling. Well, Spain did it first, so it's okay. Oh, so there we go, right on cue. They fixed it. So, central and southern Italy, kind of, and this is going to be an obscure reference for most people playing video games. It kind of reminds me of like the 2009 Renault Formula One car, where it was like yellow, orange, white, and hideous. It had the giant bulbous nose. It reminds me of that. It is gross. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of that. There are privateers, so there are pirates in this trade node, but there are only 5 of them. And if I sent my navy out to go police for that, it would cost me way more money than I would save. So I'm just not going to. I guess we have a second missionary just twiddling his thumbs. Yeah, that religious zeal is very frustrating. Why is Austria? Why is Austria allied to Spain? That's gonna suck. Like, of all the nations it had to be those two. I mean, it makes sense in terms of a truly historical, accurate from the past. It's all Habsburg. But in this case, for us, that stinks. I don't like what I'm seeing there. But it could be a good way eventually, once we try and break out, because again, once we form Italy, we can't be part of the Holy Roman Empire. You can't have another kingdom, effectively, other than Austria itself in the HRE. That would be quite a good way of trying to break up the entire continent, because then you would end up with Austria and Spain versus probably Poland, Bohemia, and ourselves. I don't know if we would win that, though. I'm not even convinced we would. And then we have the Ottoman wild card to deal with. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Maybe we'll go and attack somebody next episode. I'm not sure. Oh, our general just died. Let's deal with that first so I don't forget. We already have another... We have another one, but let's roll. He's good at sieging. Yeah. Let's see if we can get him another siege point or two by drilling. Because then we can have somebody... Remember when we used to have that leader that was all siege and nothing else? It'd be nice to have another one kind of like that. Anyway, we'll talk more next episode. If you did enjoy it, do the old like and subscribe if you want to do it. Let me know. How do you think this is going to go? Which nation, which of the big nations do you think is going to fall apart first? Might not happen for a while, but place your bets. Appreciate your time. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.